Guys, quick, somebody give me an excuse to not review SAO. I'll literally take anything. You should review High Guardian Spice. Okay, done. Oh god, it's on Crunchyroll. You know, every time I go on Crunchyroll, it feels like this time in college that I got the clap. I feel ashamed of myself, and I really hope no one finds out, but, I mean, I know it's gonna happen again. Anyway, I got no fucking idea what High Guardian Spice is, but it can't be worse than Sword Art Online. I mean, whatever it is, it can't be more offensive and deplorable than Asuna getting abused and molested for 11 episodes straight, right? Alright, I'm gonna go on Crunchyroll and watch this show legally. I'll be right back. Jesus Christ. I need to get a shirt that just says, dumb bitch who speaks too soon. I'm like 169th Cherokee or something, so that could be my Indian name. You know, I say a lot of fucked up shit. I talk about a lot of fucked up shit. Now, it's all in good fun. I ain't trying to upset anyone. I'm just an edgelord. But the point is, there's a lot of horrible things on my mental hard drive, and after living inside the internet this long, I consider myself pretty desensitized. It takes a lot to make me step back and go, wow, that's messed up. I wish I could say I was building up to some kind of corny zinger here like I usually do, but I got nothing. To be honest, I'm not much of a joking mood at the moment. I feel kind of down, actually. See, the thing about High Guardian Spice that bothered me was something you three-dimensional types out there probably didn't even notice. I like to think I'm not easily offended, but this was pretty egregious. What am I talking about? Well, to be honest, as an anime girl, I found this show to be extremely racist against my people. Now, I keep seeing folks out there arguing over whether or not this show is an anime, so let me just put that debate to rest right now. As someone who is an anime, I can tell you that this is definitely not. And that's the problem. See, these are distinctly Western cartoon characters, but they've been stylized to look kind of anime-ish. I'm sure to most people, High Guardian Spice is just a puzzling misuse of your Crunchyroll subscription money. But if you're an anime girl, this is like watching an entire show of people in blackface. This is waifu blackface. And you know, that on its own is bad enough. But it doesn't end there, not by a long shot. This show perpetuates so many of the negative perceptions that society holds about us anime girls. I mean, right off the bat, the main character is a complete moron with pink hair who's always hungry. It's such blatant stereotyping. Oh yeah, those anime girls, they're all dumb and they have pink hair and they always gotta be shoving something in their mouths. To a waifu like me, this chick is the equivalent of Mickey Rooney's character from Breakfast at Tiffany's. You know, minus the benefit of being absolutely hilarious. And you might be thinking, hey, Katsu, you're always saying how dumb you are, what's the problem? Hey, I'm allowed to say it, not you. That's our word. Ugh. So if you didn't know, there's this old cliche about anime girls that we're badly animated or that we got low frame rates or whatever. It's a very unsavory stereotype. Now there's truth to it, I gotta be real about that, but you know, it's not something we can control. A lot of us are just drawn that way and it's not really an appropriate thing to bring up. You don't comment on a girl's animation quality unless you're like, intimate. You feel me? That's a very personal thing. But if you watch this show, you can see that they intentionally made the animation terrible to simulate the look of a very low-budget anime. Look, I'm not gonna ascribe malicious motivations to the creators of this show. I don't know them at all, and that's not my prerogative. For all I know, they were trying to be true to the medium, but they just didn't know how to do it tastefully. That being said, god damn does this come across as really insensitive. If there was some kind of irony or comedy to it, I'd be perfectly willing to take it as a joke. But I can safely say that there is no humor in High Guardian Spice. It's clearly meant to be taken seriously because absolutely nothing funny happened in my entire viewing of the show. The whole thing is played completely straight and it just feels tone deaf and thoughtless. They put so much effort into it too. Like, they really worked hard to make sure the animation in this show looked like absolute shit. Janky character movements, static, stylistically inconsistent backgrounds, stock vectors just copied and pasted all over the place, flat colors with minimal shading. These people thought of everything. As much as I find it hurtful, I gotta hand it to you, Crunchyroll. I have never seen anyone do such an amazing job of completely fucking something up. I almost have to applaud you. It's the same with the voice acting, man. There's this other common perception about anime girls that our English dub voices are shitty with terrible voice acting, and as much as it pains me to say so, that stereotype exists for a reason as well. I mean, my English voice sounds like this, but if I switch audio tracks...
はじめまして。お噂はかねがね伺っております。なぜか。 胸がドキドキして、殿方と目を合わせるのは慣れていないもので。
I know, your dick is very confused. Just go blast one out and don't think too hard about it. Anyway, this show was clearly intended to emulate the feel of a bad English dub. A lot of the voices seem ill-suited to the characters, some of the recordings sound like they were done on headset mics, and a couple of these VAs seem like this was their first job.
Have a look. Let me know, I'll swap them out. You can just, go ahead and knock on my skull if you need assistance. Okay.
Also, the mixing is terrible, and there's times when the music and effects nearly drown the voices out entirely. Which, to be honest, isn't exactly a bad thing.
That Toad thinks he can hide from us.
Take their lunch money before you unfreeze them.
Now, I know they did all this to achieve a specific effect, but they made it seem so natural you could easily mistake it for complete and total incompetence. Dude, the pink chick's face wigs my shit out. Like, look at the vacant 1,000-yard stare on that bitch. You ever seen anything like that? I'm not gonna lie, guys. I didn't finish the show. I got through episode 9 and I just gave up. I mean, maybe it gets less painful later on, but you know what? I've said those words to myself before, and much like that incident, this show left me feeling very butthurt. I know it's not even that long, it just prodded me in a very sensitive place and I couldn't keep taking it. I just don't get it, Crunchyroll. If you wanted to make an anime, why didn't you hire real anime girls to be in it? There's so many of us just ready and waiting, but no, you had to make a show with American cartoon characters in waifu face. Right, so if you're lonely and socially deprived like me, you probably talk to your screen when you watch YouTube videos, and right now you're looking at me and saying something like, "Hey, Katsu, what you gonna do? This show is very offensive to anime girls, and clearly something must be done about it. It should be taken off the internet." That's what you guys sound like inside my head. And to that I say no, nothing needs to be done. First of all, I don't believe the creators of this show were trying to be racist. They just don't seem to know much about anime, so they went for all the old cliches. I don't see malice in this, only a lack of knowledge and artistic tact. Secondly, just because something hurts my feelings doesn't make it objectively bad or mean that it shouldn't be allowed to exist. I'm sure plenty of people like this show, and I would never attempt to take away their enjoyment of it just because I find it personally insulting. No, the only thing that needs to be done is something I already did many years ago. Cancel my Crunchyroll subscription. If you don't like a piece of media, don't be a dipshit. Don't go on Twitter and bother the creators like a fucking spaz. Don't make stupid petitions to get the shit taken down or whatever. It doesn't do anything and it makes you look like an idiot, not them. If you really want to be heard, you don't need to speak at all because your money talks louder and clearer than you ever could. Insults can be dismissed, arguments can be refuted, and opinions can be rationalized away. But an empty bank account? Nobody can argue with that shit. There's no need to open your mouth when you can shut your wallet. Do that, and I guarantee you, Crunchyroll will never pull some shit like this ever again. And lastly, to the executives at Crunchyroll who greenlit this show, I just have to ask you out of pure, genuine curiosity. Are you fucking insane? I don't know if you noticed, but we're on the internet. Every single show on your platform, including the original ones, is available elsewhere for free anytime we want. $10 a month for all the anime I want. Well, that sounds like a really good deal. You know what sounds like an even better deal? $0 a month. The price you're competing against is zero. Zip, zilch, nothing, free. The only reason we have to give you money is to support the anime industry, which gives us the shows we love. If you start using our money to fund American cartoons made by people who don't even watch anime, you are nullifying the sole reason we have to pay you. I mean, hey, I'm just a stupid fucking anime girl, so what do I know? But I would think that when your direct competitor offers the same product at a 100% discount, it might behoove you to not piss off your customers. Anyway, that's all for now, my friends. Tune in next time to find out what new bullshit reason I come up with for not watching SAO. Until then, peace. Oh yeah, speaking of money, you should give me yours. If you like this channel and what I'm doing here, please consider joining my Patreon. I don't make jack shit off of YouTube ads, so the kind folks who support me through Patreon and other donations are the only thing standing between me and doing hentai for a living. And don't think you gotta give a lot or anything. Just $1 or $2 per video helps tremendously. I know not everyone can afford to do it, but if you can, you're helping me live my dream of becoming a professional anime expert. Anyway, if you stuck around for my e-begging segment, thank you, my friend, and I'll see you next time.